Welcome to Overland Trailers 101. My name is Sean Michael.
And I'm Andrew McAllister, and we're glad you're able to join us for this Virtual Overland Expo session.
Today's class, filmed in the Wasatch Mountains of Utah, will provide an overview of what to consider when buying or building a trailer for overland exploration. This abbreviated version of the hour-long class we teach at Overland Expo will get you started on selecting a trailer to support your adventures.
Due to our time limits, we'll also provide links to more in-depth information at the close of this video.
So, why an overland trailer? The reasons for considering a trailer differ, but here are some of the most common in our experience. Number one, expanding capacity. From gross vehicle weight to cargo volume to retaining passenger seating, trailers really help expanding your capacity. Number two, expanding versatility. Instead of pouring all your funds into a vehicle and its modifications, which you might sell, you can instead have a trailer. You can also detach that trailer as your base camp and leave it set and ready to come back to in the evening. And they can be preloaded, ready to roll on Friday night or whenever the weekend comes. Number three, what we call sundry other excuses. Trailers give you the ability to haul things like brush or bikes or boats for other activities. You may have a secret desire to just design and build something cool, and trailers are cool. And lastly, they do just look cool. So with those benefits in mind, remember that not all overland capable trailers are the same. So let's break down the types to understand them better.
Overland trailers offer unique opportunities for self-expression, as well as meeting your specific needs. For many people, that creativity moves them to build their own trailer and even custom design it. As a result, trailers usually fall into one of the following three types: DIY, manufactured, or kits. In the DIY types, we have military surplus, cargo boxes, RV trailer modifications, repurposed vehicles, frame-based builds, and just from scratch. Manufactured offerings tend to be either cargo primary, such as the X-Venture or Adventure Trailers Chaser, or shelter primary, such as the Chobe or Terradrop. Think of these as your teardrop style trailers where you crawl inside to sleep. So each of these options has pluses and minuses. Let's look at each to help you consider what may be best. Whichever category of trailer is right for you, it's helpful to understand the key elements and what to look for when buying or building a trailer for overland exploring.
So earlier we talked about the complexities that a trailer brings to your kit. Let's look a little deeper at those design considerations that a manufacturer handles if they're building it for you, or you need to handle if you're DIYing or doing a kit. First of all, gross vehicle weight. What can your vehicle handle in terms of a trailer? Secondly, DOT and legalities. What does your state or the states that you'll be traveling in require in terms of design engineering within your vehicle? Vehicle matching. This is a paired relationship between your vehicle and your trailer. Matching from tires and rims to track width and clearances is critical. Wheelbase is also important when it comes to tracking, turning, and backing behavior. Likewise, think about the anticipated accessories that you may want to add later if you're designing your own, or if you're even buying manufactured. What might you later want to haul, like adding a bike rack or solar panels? Next, volume of cargo. What do you need to carry in or on your trailer, and how's that going to happen? Is it going to be through cargo boxes, through a rack system, or how has a kitchen been designed in? Next, are there any transformer cargo systems? Picture drawers that come out, arms that swing around. All of the clearances and considerations there are important for how that will be engineered. Center of gravity, often overlooked, but crucial on a trailer. How do you keep your center of gravity as low as possible for safety? And braking. It's very easy to overlook the importance of brakes on a trailer when the trailer seems quite light, until you realize in off-roading situations, trailers can be crucial, even a matter of life and death. Next, dust and grime. Trailers get abused when it comes to riding in the dust and the spray and the rocks coming off your vehicle. You have to allow for that harsh environment that trailers go through. And how do you deal with flips or scrapes? All the kind of trauma that happens to a trailer when you're off-roading. Having flipped a trailer, this one in fact, on our maiden voyage, it's important to think about then how will you recover it through recovery points. And lastly, repair and recovery. How will you make sure that you can attach a jack to change a tire? How will you be sure that you can repair your suspension or your hitch? All of these come together into the design considerations that we go deeper into in our face-to-face class, or that your manufacturer can answer questions for you about. Trailers are all composed of the same core elements. I want to go over those so that you can consider them whether you're, again, building or buying or using a kit. First of all, the frame. While we don't really see the frame on a trailer, it is the foundation for everything else you do. And frames need to be adequate for the type of loads that you will carry later on. This is the problem with starting with something like a Harbor Freight frame. It's not designed for rugged use. Next, stabilizers. So stabilizers are the type of jacks that you see here attaching to the frame and also acting as part of the stability when in camp. Also, the hitch at the other end of the spectrum. Hitches are critical for off-road and overlanding because of the forces exerted and the twisting in 3 dimensions on that hitch. We'll provide examples of all the major hitches in our resources at the end of the class, but realize that hitch cannot be treated the same way as a ball can handle it. It's got to endure much greater forces. Next, lighting. Sometimes we'll put lights on our trailer, but especially backup lights can be very helpful for seeing what's happening in reverse. Finally, when it comes to thinking about power, sometimes we have solar, such as these solar panels, and battery banks built into your trailers to be able to power other systems. All right, so there are those components, but along with that is how the trailer interfaces with the ground. First of all, the suspension is crucial on a trailer because, again, trailers get abused. There are 3 major types of trailer suspensions. You have solid axles, torsion axles, and the Timbren as an example of an axle-less. Swing arm is another variation upon that. Okay, and then you have the brakes that work with them to be able to control that whole system as part of your suspension. Again, don't overlook brakes as a key addition to your build or to your purchase. Next is containment. How will you control all of your bedding and your kitchen and your other gear? So thinking through box systems, containment for strapping to a rack or a cargo bed function is essential. And then lastly, the remaining accessories, which are often bolt-on or add-on later, but become part of the total picture, whether it's recovery gear and how that's attached or a shower system. All of those are critical for additions to your trailer. So one thing I love about trailers is the ability to personalize it through outfitting the trailer for your needs. And something that we've added to this trailer is a solar shower from Road Shower, now owned by Yakima, and a shower enclosure to use that shower or for a bathroom enclosure or for changing from 23.0. Great way to have privacy and be able to clean up after a dusty day out on the trail. Outfitting your trailer also means more than comfort. It means recovery and repair scenarios. You need to first of all think about a means to jack up your trailer. That can be through stabilizers, through a tongue jack, or through a product like Safe Jack. To be able to chock the wheels so you have safety in a disconnect scenario. And then you also need to look at the design for, or your design for, recovery points that are capable and engineered to be able to handle a soft shackle or another recovery attachment. And you need power to be able to recover, whether that's with a portable come-along or an extension line to be able to run off pulley and go back to another vehicle's winch. Do you need additional anchor points out there like the Dead Man Off-Road? Or do you need a kinetic recovery rope to be able to deal with the mass of pulling a trailer out? Hopefully, whatever you're facing, it's simpler than that though. And sometimes simply a set of traction boards and a shovel will get you out of most situations. All of these types of materials may be already in your vehicle. So think about the additions you need to make to complete your trailer when it comes to repair and recovery.
So in this course, we've talked about a number of different solutions that are available to you. And I wanted to spend a moment here and talk about the solution that has worked for me thus far. That is just a simple trailer that I have added on to my stock Xterra. What this has enabled me to do is bring some heavier, bulkier items that traditionally I would have to modify my daily driver by putting either swing outs on and load up a roof rack. I wanted to spread it out. So simple trailer has enabled me to do that. And that in turn has enabled me to explore safely farther into the backcountry. I'll show you a few examples. So, simple trailer enables me to bring items such as jerry cans for water. I've got about a week's supply here. Extra fuel if needed, as needed. I can switch these out, bring more fuel, less water, etc., etc. It enables me to bring like heavy tools and other things. I can put them in these heavy-duty aluminum storage boxes that keeps the dust and grime out. Easy to work out of. Again, all this stuff might be put on other people's expedition rig, but again, it's a daily driver and I don't know if I want to keep it long term. So I acquire the things I need, I get out exploring now by adding just a simple trailer. So, given all the options that are out there, just want to drive it home that it doesn't have to be the most expensive, exotic thing. Sometimes a solution can be very simple, and in this case was found in a yard in our town.
Dramatic, but maybe not his smoothest line ever. Trailers open new possibilities for exploring, providing additional storage, ready-to-roll convenience, and ease in making camp. Whether bought or built, trailers also allow tremendous opportunities for personalizing your outfit. Accompanying these capabilities are compromises that are both challenging and a means to take your skills to a new level. Trailers will test your driving abilities and do require extra planning and thought when it comes to safety.
Whatever trailer is right for your adventures, there is a lifetime of learning when it comes to travel with 3 axles. To help you go deeper and choose a system, we've provided several resources to help you design, outfit, and tow your trailer. Check those links and let us know how we can help you. We also hope you'll join us next year in person for the full-length version of this class, as well as our other class which focuses on driving techniques with an overland trailer. Until then, I'm Andrew McAllister.
And I'm Sean Michael, and we look forward to seeing you in the backcountry. Thanks for joining us today. and safe travels. To help you research more into building or buying a trailer for your adventures, we've put together this resource guide. I'll walk you through each step of the guide to give you more information about manufacturers and where to go for links about articles and reviews to help you consider different builds and also to consider different manufacturers and accessories that they make. So unfortunately, fortunately, there are so many trailer manufacturers out there that we can't keep up with them. So I'm not going to try to point you to a full list. Rather, I'm listing 4 sources for finding out about more of them, shown here. On the other hand, there's only about 3 kit manufacturers, so I'm listing those here as well. All right, next up for your tongue jack and for stabilizers, there's really only one brand that I found that's really rugged, and not surprisingly, they're coming from Australia. That's from Arc. On the other hand, there's a lot of different coupler manufacturers, including Arc, Lock and Roll, which I use and Andrew uses, and others. And then on suspension, there are a few different options shown here. When it comes to outfitting your trailer, there's so many different possibilities. It's kind of mind-boggling. But the one I really want to jump on here in terms of safety is from Red Arc, the Red Arc brake controller. This was really a wake-up call for me when I started using their brake controller, Tow Pro Elite, and had done a review on it along with a timber and suspension review. So I want to encourage you to look into that as you're designing your braking system on your trailer. When it comes to recovery with your trailer, there's lots and lots of quality manufacturers. I showed the list of the ones that we use here, but the main thing is to look into what you need to be able to do the more complex recoveries that can be associated with a trailer. So finally here, if you want to go deeper into the build on the Danute trailer that was seen throughout our class today, I've got links here for 2 build articles, and lastly, a in-depth review on the Timbren axle suspension.